Good morning. I've got my iced coffee from yesterday that I am nursing this morning. It's now 10:40. I've got a few things I want to do for the day. I'm going to test out this foundation, so you can test it out with me in a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to go check out this YSL Pop Up in downtown LA. I'm gonna take you with me. So I'm gonna do my skincare. This is the Kypris Antioxidant Dew, and this is the Artichoke Power Essence. Antioxidant Dew is really moisturizing, and then this is like brightening and tightening. Bright and tight. So I just mix those two together. And I'm just gonna put a little eye cream on. This fresh black tea eye cream I have been using for months, making a pretty good dent in it. Ooh, I grabbed way too much. Glossier Priming Moisturizer. I've had this for a while and I used it a bunch when I first got it. And then just like any beauty junkie, as I got more stuff in, I forgot about it. So brought it back out. The foundation I'm trying is from Face Stockholm. It's their Fresh Face foundation. So it's got aloe and vitamin E. I tried this, putting this on my face once before, and I tried using a buffing brush, and then I tried to use my Artichoke brush, and it did not work well at all. Product seems to set like immediately, like I dotted it on my face and then went in. I think it's a product that needs to be worked in sections. So I'm going to be trying it with my damp Real Techniques sponge and working in sections. Got, as you can see, this like spatula applicator. So yeah, this is working so much better already than the last time I tried that. Working in sections. It actually seems like I'm using way too much. Like, not way too much, but it just seems like I'm using a lot of product, but not looking that way on the skin. So I've got one layer on, and see if you can see, it's looking really dry right here, and I moisturized pretty well, so it looks pretty cakey. It's feeling a little tacky, but it definitely sets really, really fast. For although it feels tacky, it feels like it's just like onto my face. So that's kind of cool. Hopefully things won't move, but also it just like is a little clingy. I'm gonna try and do another layer because it's not very covering. It's like not even covering this stuff yet. Dottage there. It's a little bit better. It's covering, but when I start to build it up, it just looks super cakey and is emphasizing my pores like an overzealous punctuation mark. Had to pause my makeup because the hanger was setting in. Without a guest. Finished up my makeup. Here's the disaster that I have created. I have this on my eyebrows. On my cheeks, I have Flesh and Fantasy from Marc Jacobs. I put the butter bronzer on. I contoured with this guy. On my lips, I have this from NYX, Stockholm, with this Marc Jacobs liner. On my eyes, I have Bone Fresco and Warm Taupe from the Modern Renaissance palette, and this single eyeshadow from NARS, Himalaya, and I have the Hamish mascara on, and I was watching one of Samantha's vlogs. So, you know, I think from a distance, my makeup looks okay, but up close, let me get this thing situated so I can properly show you guys. It's like already worn away along here, and it's really clinging to my dry patches, and it just looks pretty cakey. I haven't powdered today, and I tried to use minimal powder makeup, but it's just sort of not my best makeup today. Maybe this will be one of those foundations that like as you go about your day, it like settles in. You know, some foundations, like as you get like a little oily, like settles in. So here's to hoping that's what this does. Because as of right now, this is a pass. but it's still going to be an awesome day. I have a lot of blog stuff I want to do, and I'm gonna be heading to that pop-up any minute now and doing some things in downtown LA, so let's go do those things. I don't know how that is supposed to look like a penguin. It was listed as a penguin at PetSmart, a Christmas penguin.
It was like Humpty Dumpty.
And you're coming with me. You're gonna get a bath. You're gonna get a bath? All right, let's go.
Are you filming that?
Yeah.
Just filming your day. Filming all the stuff that happens.
Yep.
Are you filming this?
Yep.
Oh.
So, let's turn the brightness down. It is 12 something. Makeup's been on for an hour, a couple hours. I'm gonna head downtown now, get coffee. I'm dropping Mr. Hoyt, who's in the back, to doggy daycare to get washed because he smells really bad, and doing it myself right now just doesn't seem worth it. So here is the makeup as of right now. Really emphasizing all of the texture on my skin, which is a bummer. I do have very textured skin, but this isn't helping. Hoyt is eating something and I need to stop him. Not intending on wearing this hat, but it started to rain again, so I'm fucking glad I had it. Check-in. I just got down at the pop-up. That was so cool. It was really fun to watch the engraving. Let's do a check-in. You know, not looking the best. From far away, it doesn't look bad, but up close, we got some issues. So now I just need to remember where I parked and get some lunch. Hey there, it is now 4:02. I've been home for a little more than an hour now. I made myself some lunch and I got the dog. He's nice and clean. Place I take Hoyt. I've been going there for years, and they gave us this like art print of him and a bunch of cookies for him, and he is breathing hot on my leg right now because he wants one. Look at this. You want this? All right, get back. Get back. Back. Get back. Back. Bang, bang. Bang. Good job. Okay, but for the real point of this check-in, since it's at 4 o'clock, there's not too much daylight left, so I thought I would do one more daylight check-in. Well, just one more check-in. But the makeup is gone right here. It just disappeared. I haven't been touching this part of my face, but it's gone. Also, it's just like separating in a bad way. Like, I know I have texture, but this is extra texture. And yeah, it just looks terrible. Oddly enough, my forehead looks okay, and I'm not as terribly oily right now as I would expect to be. So I guess that is one plus for this foundation. I spent my money on this, so if any of you out there who are watching this have tried this foundation and know how to make it look good, let me know. So I'd like to get worth out of it, so let me know. I'm probably going to go wash my face off here pretty soon because I'm supposed to go see a friend's film tonight, and I don't, as a person who does a beauty blog, I do not want them to see my makeup look this terrible. All right, well, I'm going to take photos now for the rest of the daylight that I have and edit videos for the rest of the night. So if I do end this vlog now, bye. Hey, so I wanted to give a bit of an update on the Face Stockholm foundation. I felt I was being a little bit disparaging on it. And so I reached out to their customer service via Facebook, and they got back to me within the same day and gave me a phone number to call. A few days later, I talked to one of the makeup artists that they have, that they gave me a phone number, and she gave me a couple of pointers for trying it out again. It wasn't really anything particularly like new, but it just encouraged me to give it another test. So I've been wearing it the last couple of days, experimenting a little bit more, and it's definitely improved. I think my review that you just saw was a little bit unfair because it was extremely humid outside. It's just in general been raining cats and dogs here in Los Angeles. So I think that foundation just couldn't hold up to that type of weather, which is, you know, a little frustrating, but I have to be fair in that regard, that it wasn't the best, like, ideal conditions to be testing out a foundation. So I've been trying it out on more regular days. It's been nice and sunny, and I've had some better results with what I've been doing. I, as you had seen, stuck to working in sections because it's the type of foundation that sets really crazy fast. As you will see in the clips, that the best way I have found for applying this product has been with my fingers. And I think that has to do something with body temperature. There's something about having the heat from my hands that helps the product continue to move across my face. I think having that warmth keeps it from setting too fast and allows me to spread it. From there, I have found that it doesn't particularly build that well. I would go in certain problem areas and try and build up coverage that needed it. And although I could build it up a little bit, it didn't really build up. That's when the foundation really starts to look cakey. It definitely, I think, would be better suited for someone with oily skin who wants a light, fresh-faced sort of look. I have more combination to dry skin, and I would think that with aloe vera in it, it would have worked really well for me. With areas that I have a lot of texture, it became extremely unflattering no matter what I would do. I've had a huge texture red area right here that I think is a reaction from some skincare, and I've had some spots that have been healing right here that are a little bit scabby, so it definitely clings to that. Also, I don't particularly find that it works too well with powder products. Whenever I would do that, it sort of just wouldn't sit right on there. So if you do try out this foundation, I highly recommend more cream products. On that note, I have avoided using too much setting powder. I did use Max Fix Plus today, which I really think helped it stay in place. Funny enough that it is a foundation that sets really fast, yet it is a foundation I have found that wears away in certain areas pretty quickly throughout the day, so it's not the most long wearing. But I wanted to give an update because I discovered, more things with using it, and I felt a little bit unfair from my last review, and as I've discovered more information, I thought I would share it. And I wanted to give props to Face Stockholm for having excellent customer service. I don't want to put out irresponsible reviews, which I don't think that this is, but I really want to give a product a second, if not a third chance, and reach out to a company if I'm having problems to see if there's steps that I can take. Now, I did take some steps that I feel like have helped this foundation sit so much better on my skin, not just within the way that I applied it, but the way I prep my skin. I thought I was prepping my skin enough with moisture. I guess what I was doing just wasn't quite enough, so I've gone over the top in terms of making sure that my skin is super hydrated. I've been testing out the Calm Collection from Ren. It really got me started off on a super hydrated note that in the morning I use the gentle cleansing milk. So that was just a really good hydrating boost cleanser. Went in with the redness serum, and then did a mix of the Acure Marula Oil, which is just one of my favorite all-time products. Super hydrating, super gentle, non-irritating, and topped it all off with the day cream, which is extremely hydrating. If it wants to ever focus, there we go. From there, after I let that sink in, you know, I had breakfast, went about my day, enjoyed some coffee, I went in again with the Glossier Priming Moisturizer, but instead of waiting for it to dry like I normally do with most primers, this time, no, I went straight in with the product and found that it glided really well. That was one of the tips that the makeup artist that I spoke to on the phone gave me, was to mix it in with a moisturizer, which I haven't tried yet, but that got me thinking that, okay, well, maybe I should just go in immediately with the product to see how that would work. And yeah, it still, you know, as I said, clings to some dry patches, but you know, from a distance, I think it looks actually really nice and fresh-faced, as it says. I will continue to use this because I purchased it. So I thought I would do a little bit of a rundown update on this foundation. All right, I'll see you next video. Bye. Oh, and I am wearing that YSL lip color on my lips right now. You really like these crackers, don't you? Oh man, if I had lipstick up here the whole time, that sucks.